Hello, I'm Jessica, certified Zetangle teacher, and today we're going to draw a tangle called icanthis. And this essentially is the tangle of a leaf, but we're going to do both narrow and a wide leaf. Let's get started. And so you're just going to start with a wavy line and then have just little branches come off of it. They can be rounded, they can be straight, doesn't matter, it's completely up to you. You can decide how far out they go, and I'm going to show you the difference between two of the leaves. One I'm going to do very narrow, the other one I'm going to do wider. So then we're going to put this little top on it. Kind of looks like the top of a flame or ice cream. Now with tangling, I always recommend that you start with gratitude and appreciation for the pen, paper, whatever it is that you're grateful for. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring your shoulders down away from your ears and imagine all the things that you don't need, things that you're worried about, things that you most likely have no control over. Imagine them all going right out the tips of your toes. Be really relaxed with that pen in your hand. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Don't bite the inside of the cheek or clench the jaw. Now we're going to draw these little U shapes or C shapes inside the sections of each of these little extensions we put. And I put them on each side, but the more you play with this tangle and do your own thing with it, you're going to realize you can do so many different things. Now this is where a shaky pen comes in. Really handy, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to just take a shaky pen and connect these little ice cream candle tops to the U or C shape. So you're just going to take a shaky pen and connect them. And this is starting to create the side of that leaf. Now make sure that you're breathing light with the pen and the pressure. Just let all the junk fall away and enjoy what's happening here. Now you can have this, sometimes I have them come out and up. Sometimes I might take them directly from the U shape to the other U shape, but you're going to find that you're going to be able to create so many different versions of this tangle the more you really enjoy it and take some time to do it several times. And like I said, I'm going to show you on the back side of this piece of paper a wider leaf versus this narrow one. So this is in real time, so I'm just taking a shaky pen, connecting those little tops to each of the U shapes, and I'm going to just do this throughout the whole tangle. Now in the background you can hear the plant wave music. There's a link in the description for the plant wave. Feel free to take a look at that, and it just hooks right up to my plants and plays music for me. So now I'm going to flip this to the other side, and I'm going to do the wider version of this tangle. Again, starts with a wavy line, but this time I'm only going to put a couple little branches that go out. And in these couple branches that go out, I'm going to put the tops on them, but the U shapes that I'm going to put and place, I'm going to place closer to where these little ice cream candle toppers are. Instead of going way down towards the center, you can see how I'm keeping them up higher. And just to show you that this is how we can get the wider leaf shape. Now, I think tangles go through an ugly stage, so I do not want you to focus on what this looks like when I connect these, because when it's completed, it looks fabulous. So wait till the end, because we're going to add shading and all that other fun things that really, I believe, make a tangle come to life. But a tangle also looks how you feel. So if you're angry, the tangle's going to look angry. If you're upset or specifically focused on trying to be perfect, the more imperfect it will be, because we are perfectly imperfect. And the more we embrace that, the more amazing the tangle will look, because we know we're perfectly imperfect. And when we see our imperfections, we realize how beautiful they are. So now I'm taking the branches off of these longer ones, and this is, veins of the stem, and I'm just putting them anywhere that calls to me. And what we're going to do after this is we're going to shade both of them. So now I'm back to the narrow one. And in each of these little sections where the U was, I'm just going to put some pencil or graphite. And once I blend this out, you'll kind of see. Now I do talk a little bit about a tortillon here. So tortillons sometimes get messy or the tip gets really blunt. All I did here, you can see I extended it. I unfolded a paper clip and poked it through the bottom so it would push through. But see how I'm squeezing the end of the tortillon? When you do that, they become a little less easy to work with. I also like to use, you could see there, a nail file when I need to clean the tortillon. Maybe if I've used a color beforehand, or if it's just got too much of something on it and I want it to clean it up a little bit, I like to just use a plain old nail file. And I try to get as many as I can from like the Dollar Tree or something like that. So here I'm kind of leaving all of the graphite, just blending it in those little corners. Here's with some dim light so you can see. I'm bringing it out a little bit, but I'm primarily keeping it focused on these inner center sections. But there's no rhyme or reason to shading. There's no light source in the Zetangle method. There's no mistakes. You can't do it wrong. And if you're worried about shading, just have an eraser nearby. And if you don't like something, erase it. But all I'm doing is going into these little divots throughout the leaf, and then I'm going to go along the stem. And I'm going to do this to both of the leaves, one on one side and one on the other. And then I'm going to weight them a little bit. And I think this is really what wakes up the leaf. So this is the narrow one, but you see these little divots where the U shapes are, how I'm adding weighting. So I'm adding extra ink here, and this just gives a really cool illusion. Now, once in a while, I do re-ink tangles, not all the time because it really kind of tends to be a waste of ink. But here in this case, I lost a lot of it with the shading. So when I put the graphite down, it started to make that beautiful striking ink look almost more like a dark pencil line than ink. So in this case, I'm going to re-ink it, and it's just going to add even more depth to the actual icanthis. Try this and see if you like it. You may not like it, but I'm going to take my time and do this. Listen to the plant wave music, and I'll be loading up some lovely kits in and putting them on my website, which is outsidethelines, LINZ.com. So you'll be able to check those kits out there. And they come with the tortillons and all of that fun stuff. So if you're interested in that, please take a look, but enjoy this for the moment. Breathe, light with the pen, light with the pressure. Don't bite the inside of the cheek, clench the jaw, don't bite the lip, don't clench the toes, tongue off the roof of your mouth. Enjoy. So here we want to add some of that weighting to the stem too. So all I do is almost take like a little triangle and put it at the base of each of these little veins that are coming off of the main stem of the leaf. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you do, sometimes it adds a really good contrast to the tangle. And now here's a look at the narrow one. And look at how cool that looks. So now let's go back to the back one, do the same thing. I'll speed it up a little bit, but I do a few extras to this one to help the tangle look more like the leaf is a little wavy and maybe some of it's off the paper and on the paper. And you can choose to do this or not do this, but I'm essentially doing the same exact thing I just did on the narrow leaf. This just happens to be a wider leaf. And then I take what's left of the graphite on the tortillon and I just put it in any little place that I feel on the leaf feels like it's meant to be there. I don't overthink it, and if it doesn't look right, I erase it, and you'll actually see that I do erase a little section where I put some down and I'm like, oh, I don't think that doesn't feel right, so I erase it. And that's the great part of an eraser, is what you don't like you can erase. I do recommend for tangling that you start with a pen. The whole point of the tangle is to reduce the stress, anxiety, the expectation. So when you put that ink down, it's down. And anything I tend to put on paper, I can make something out of it, even if the pen veers out of where it's maybe meant to go. I just find something out of it. This is a very fall-y tangle for me. And it's September here in Iowa, and normally it's cooler and it is hot. So I'm working at bringing fall weather here. So just make sure that you breathe. I have so many other videos here. I have a full class here that's, I think, like 2 hours long, so you can watch a full class that used to be a paid class, but I offer it free here on YouTube. So you can check that out. I have many other tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That really makes a big difference for me. I'm trying to reach as many people as I can to help them realize that just with items at home, they're able to tangle and help possibly reduce stress and anxiety. And, you know, for me, tangling is what got me into looking at life completely differently and wanting to be that better person, because it was clearing my mind of all the junk that I didn't need. So here's what this looks like as I add more to like the stem areas. There's so much more you can do with this, but remember, this is yours. You can add more tangles, you can take them away, you can do so much with this. You can see how I'm just adding random what's left on my tortillon onto this leaf to make it look as though it's folded and has movement. So this is, I decided to call it Matilda. I don't know why. Matilda just felt good, so here is Matilda. And I hope you enjoy this, but please don't forget to subscribe. I have many other videos here. Make sure you hit the subscribe, the like of the video, and it's been an honor to show you icanthis, and I hope you enjoyed it. I call it the leaf tangle because I think it looks like a leaf in the end, and there's many different ways you can do it. So enjoy this, have fun, and remember, it's about the journey to the end of the tangle, and the tangle is a bonus at the end. And I am a huge believer in that it very much is okay to go outside the lines. So have an amazing day, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.